Here's the professor.
들어갔다.
With the rebound.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, nice job challenging the shot.
Lillard with it, now defended by the professor. Outside, Batum. McCollum, no good.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No, that's for sure, because this guy's too good of a shooter to miss that look consistently.
LeBron passes to the professor.
잘 안 들어갔네.
Another miss by Utah.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just one three-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
And the shot is good. 7 points for Robinson.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Here's the professor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Back to Lillard. Hangs. It's rebounded by the professor. The professor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From 13, and he connects with the jumper. The professor's got 35.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Pass break, here come the Jazz. The finish, throws down the breakaway jam. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Utah.
Well, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Now that we have a moment, let's see who the best passing teams were in the regular season. The Jazz, number 1. The Trailblazers, 3rd.
Kevin, I don't really think you can call yourself a good offensive team if you don't get assists.
계속
I
한
mean,
개씩
you have
흘리네.
to share the ball. You have to be able to knock down shots consistently, and I think both of these teams did, and will continue to be great at setting up the offense in the postseason.
Portland's gone into a slump from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. And the basket by Lillard.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
Doubled by Brady. The pass to Jensen. Here's the professor. He's against Williams. Here's the professor. The Jazz again can't hit it.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Copeland's checked in. Williams kicks to Copeland. Leads him in there. Smith. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
The professor passes to Brand. Here's the professor. And he says, back at you with a big dunk of his own. Clark, can you believe it? A point guard who can soar like that?
Man, I'll tell you what, that's a major elevation there. That's a power finish for a player in any position.
Well, he is not afraid to take it inside. We know that.
Fades. And Portland again with the bucket.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Up and in on the layup. The professor's got 42 in the game.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
It's off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. And Utah making a change here. Ball's knocked loose. Williams kicks to Copeland. Back to Williams. All sorts of time.
Okay.
With the rebound. The professor's got 5 rebounds tonight. The dish to Lee. Pass to Jensen. Here's the professor. He's guarded by Williams. Here's the professor.
저게 나오네. 튕겨 나오네.
Garnett's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
오케이. 아, 파울이네.
That time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the official.
좀-
Nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
And the
이봐.
Trailblazers making a change here. Leonard's checked in.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Carpenter, guarded by Garnett. The professor passes to Brand. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Utah. No good from the professor. Portland's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. Duncan, he's checked in for
그렇지.
Kevin Garnett. For Utah, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Another steal for the finish. And Lee with the stuff.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And here is Williams. He's got 10. Williams double team. Brady passes to Duncan. Lock at 6. Copeland good.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. Here's the professor.
점퍼.
defended by
아,
the Blazers on offense. Leonard sets a screen for Williams.
또 열렸다.
Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Williams has got 12 points in the game.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Passes to Carpenter. Here's the professor. Shot clock at 5. Working on Williams. Williams comes with a double team. No good from the professor. The Trailblazers shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. And Copeland kicks to Williams. Feeds to Copeland. Back to Williams. He passes to Duncan. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Here's the professor, defended by Brady. He faded back on that one to give himself some room. The professor's got 47 points. Williams, that's a 2.
들어갔지, 그렇지.
On the buzzer beater. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one.
Western Conference.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of round 1 in the NBA playoffs. The professor, he's in at point guard, and it's Carpenter in at power forward. That's the group right now for Utah. Brady passes to Copeland. Duncan left side.
아, 뭐야.
3-pointers off the mark. Utah's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. And there's the pass to Jensen. Pass to the professor. He bangs it home with one hand. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Copeland off the pick from Leonard. And Copeland kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Brady. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
I like his composure there under pressure as he was being double teamed. Terrific pass.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Unloads. Again, the Jazz score.
Now, he's playing with an edge here, playing extremely well offensively here in the second half.
He kicks it to Copeland. And there's the feed to Duncan. Smith sets the pick for Duncan. Here's Brady, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
Well, it makes it so much tougher.
와, 튕겨 나오네.
When you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly, tough to defend that.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Kicks to Duncan. For the 3. Rebound, Utah. Here's the professor. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. And the first one at the line is good. The Trailblazers making a switch here.
그렇지.
He gets them both. Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Brady passes to Copeland. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. He dishes it to Cantor. He passes to the professor. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now the pass to Rice. Shot clock at 6. Here's the professor, defended by Brady. The shot's good from the professor. The professor's got 8 points in the quarter. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Brady passes to Copeland. Dishes it to Garnett. Garnett is doubled.
와, 저거 못 잡았네. 아, 저 잡았어야
For
되는데.
Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The professor off target from 3-point range.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
Well, true. The defenders shouldn't relax just because he missed that one. He's capable of getting hot in a hurry.
And Copeland kicks to Duncan.
어? 아, 저거 못 잡았네 또.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
There's the 3. No good from the professor.
와, 이게 도대체 몇 개를 놓친 거야?
From deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 7 points for Duncan. They're making this a runaway.
Now the only question now is how big will this lead eventually become? I mean, this is a blowout.
Here's Copeland. Brady passes to Copeland. He feeds it to Duncan. That doesn't go either for Duncan.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he's not helping their offense.
Doubled by Smith. The professor passes to Cantor. The professor defended by Copeland. Here's the professor. The Jazz with another miss. The Trailblazers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. The dish to Copeland. Pass to Brady. Expanding his range. They grabbed their own miss. Back to Garnett. Goes back up. Copeland. Pass to Duncan. Defended by Rice. From the line, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's now 9 points for Duncan.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second. And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two teams.
Defensively, the intensity just hasn't been there. They've got to pick up the pace.
Copeland dishes to Smith. Screen by Smith. Brady passes to Garnett. Here's Duncan. Duncan with another miss.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Shot denied.
또 블락이야? 불닭이야?
Off the pick from Smith. And looks like the illegal
뭐야, 공격적 파울이야? 오케이.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and
좀 쉬어요.
they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Here's the professor. Sinks the three-pointer. The professor's got 60.
And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Trailblazers have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Here's Copeland. Passes it to Brady. Off the pick. No good off the front iron.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Takes the 13-footer. Second chance shot. And that one's good by Favors.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And the shot is good. That's 12 points for Duncan.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Trailblazers on D.
그치.
From the professor.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
Steve, it has to be said here that he operates the pick and roll to perfection. I mean, he
Oh.
delights in running unwitting defenders or blindside.
아, 저거 못 잡았어. 저거 잡았어야 했는데.
rolling into a basket.
The free throw drops for Smith. Lou Williams is checked in for Portland. That one is no good. Utah's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's the professor. Again, the Jazz score.
Great shot. Had to fade back, but he still managed to drain it.
Deflected. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The first free throw is good, and Utah making a change here. Both free throws good from the professor. Portland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And Williams, here we go. Feeds it to Copeland. Jacks up a 3. Gets the bucket. Copeland's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Look out, guys. I mean, I think there's a lot more where that came from. When he gets it going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
들어가. 그렇지.
It is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Utah. And Copeland kicks to Duncan. Now the feed to Williams. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
They get the rebound. Grant. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack.
Here's Copeland, and it's blocked by Brand. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
오지리로 저 선수를 막았고.
Garnett outside. Smith tries
아웃.
in.
오케이.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Here's the professor. Duncan with the block. But they get it back. Portland's gone beyond
저게
the arc
블락이다.
7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Copeland dishes to Duncan. Duncan left side. Copeland. From 12 feet out. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
That's a nice hoop for a guy that typically doesn't score a lot.
Here's the professor, defended by Copeland. The shot is good from the professor. The Trailblazers shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Poked away. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity. And stolen by Williams. Here's Duncan in a big-time jam right there.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays caught just like
아, 저거 안 들어가네.
Plays often are big plays for a team.
Yeah, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end. Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
막지 마라, 좀 길 좀.
The professor. Rebound by Smith.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Knocks it loose. And they're pushing it up. Here's the professor.
아,
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
Williams, covered by Lee. Williams kicks to Copeland. Takes it off the glass.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Utah has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Fires from the wing. No good from the professor. The Trailblazers shooting at 51%. Really solid. Copeland off the pick from Smith. Here's Duncan. And so he draws the foul on the shot and trip to the line to shoot 2.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Duncan. He's got 16 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Myers-Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Poke loose. Jensen. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The pass to the professor. Pass to Carpenter. Courtney Lee is on the wing. 5 on the clock. There's the professor. Misses the three. Now here's Duncan. He kicks to Williams. Goes up the baseline. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's
아, 리바운드 한 개 모자라서 코드롭으로 못했어. 아.
You guys took care of business at home, winning the first 2 games and putting the pressure on the other guys to hold serve on their home court. What's the plan for this team to try to steal one on the road?
Sunshine.